Hey everyone, welcome to Simplilearn's YouTube channel. In this tutorial, we will learn about OpenAI's Gen AI agents. So, generative AI agents are advanced AI-driven systems designed to autonomously perform tasks, generate content, and assist in decision-making by leveraging large language models, or also known as LLMs, and machine learning algorithms. Imagine an AI agent automating repetitive processes, enhancing productivity, and providing personalized recommendations across various domains, including customer support, marketing, and software development. By understanding context and generating human like responses, they improve user engagement and streamline workflows. Businesses benefit from cost savings, faster problem solution, and improved efficiency. Such are a few out of many use cases of AI agents. Today, we will cover the OpenAI Gen AI agents and their facts, their challenges, and future implications. That's it. If these are the type of videos you'd like to watch, then hit that like and subscribe buttons and the bell icon to get notified. Also, just that you know, if you want to upskill yourself, master generative AI and artificial intelligence skills and land your dream job or grow in your career, then you must explore SimplyLearn's cohort of various generative AI courses and certifications. SimplyLearn offers various certification programs in collaboration with some of the world's leading universities like Purdue, IIT Guwahati, and many more. Through our courses, you will gain knowledge and work-ready expertise in skills like advanced Python, machine learning, generative AI, and over a dozen others. That's not all, you also get the opportunity to work on multiple projects and learn from industry experts working in top-tier data and product companies and also academics from top universities. After completing these courses, thousands of learners have transitioned into an AI and machine learning role as a fresher or moved on to a higher paying job and profile. If you are passionate about making your career in this field, then make sure to check out the link in the pinned comment and description box below to find a generative AI program that fits your experience and areas of interest. Now, without further delay, let's get started. OpenAI Gen AI Agents. So, first, let's get started with the agenda for today's session. We will have a brief introduction to generative AI agents. Followed by that, we will understand the core components of Gen AI agents, then how generative AI agents work, architectures and deployment, enhancing AI agents with external tools, challenges and limitations of Gen AI agents, future trends and advancements in AI agents will be the last one. So I hope I made myself clear with the agenda. Now let's get started with the first part, which is Introduction to Generative AI Agents. So basically, what exactly do you mean by the term generative AI agents? So an AI agent is just an LLM that can take actions and it can do so autonomously without any human supervision and now also reason about the tasks. An AI agent is software entity that autonomously interact with environments, make decisions and execute tasks. Generative AI agents extend by leveraging large language models like OpenAI's GPT to generate intelligent responses and perform tasks beyond rule-based automation. Now, we will also look into the evolution of AI agents. Traditional rule-based AI agents had limited to predefined rules. Like if you define a process and give the steps, it will just perform them and complete it. It will not take a step beyond it. And machine learning based AI agents can learn from data but need structured inputs. And then comes the generative AI agents, which are capable of understanding, reasoning, and generating human like responses autonomously. Like they understand the environment and learn through it and take their steps based on the principle they have been trained for. And also, they will provide the reason for which they have taken a certain step. Now, moving ahead, why generative AI agents matter a lot. So there are three key points to consider. Firstly, efficiency. They automate repetitive tasks with minimal human intervention. Next is high scalability. They handle large volumes of work, example customer support, content generation, and many more. And finally, intelligence. They can adapt to different use cases dynamically. Nobody has to write rules for them. Now let's focus on OpenAI and its latest release of agents. So OpenAI just released two new groundbreaking agents, the Operator Agent and Deep Research Agent. These two releases are absolutely massive for all AI agent developers. So Operator is the first AI agent released by OpenAI, and what it does is it mimics human actions own your browser. So it means it can scroll, type, click, and navigate Google web pages for you, just like any other human would. But more importantly, and what many people have missed out is this agent is actually based on a completely new model called CUA, which stands for Computer Using Agent. So, this agent, unlike standard GPT models, wasn't trained to just output text. You like write a prompt and expect an output in the text format. Instead of that, it can go beyond it. This agent was actually trained to output mouse and keyboard clicks, which is exactly what makes this agent so powerful in your browser. But not only that, it can also reason about every single action. This is also something that we haven't seen before. This agent doesn't just perform actions in your browser, it actually reasons about every single step and what it should do next. Just like we discussed before about the generic overview of generative AI agents, same as the OpenAI operator here. It takes the step based on the environment, and also it will give you a particular reason for which or based on which it took a certain action, and it will also asks you what to do next. Let's say if you want to book a ticket, it'll navigate to all the websites. It can go through some better flight options for you. Let's say the low cost ones, the low hours of flight ones, and best timings, and then finally selects the best one for you based on your recommendations and asks you if it should proceed with booking or not. So that's how it works. Now, of course, there are some limitations as well. The first limitation is it has still a lower bit of accuracy. It's really high compared to other projects that we have seen in the past where people just prompt GPT models to perform actions in the browser that can browse web using GPT-4 or vision capabilities, but it often struggles with other models. So whenever there was a model on a web page, like some other random model available working readily on a web page, it would just accidentally pop up and it would not be able to do anything because it would just get confused. It would not be able to close it, and then basically you would have to get involved yourself and close this model manually. And the second limitation is high cost. Right now, this particular operator agent is only available on $200 plus plan. So we can probably guess it's going to be pretty expensive in the API. Also, I do think that if you are focusing on the right thing, then costs are not going to be an issue. Now, let's talk about the second agent that OpenAI deployed. Now, the second agent which was deployed by OpenAI is called as Deep Research. So, this second agent released by OpenAI was trained to perform comprehensive research. It can search the web, it can pull up the necessary resources, and then it can compile all that information into a really comprehensive document or maybe a report as well. The groundbreaking thing about this agent is it's powered by the new O3 model. So again, similar to the operator agent, but it doesn't just search the web and provide you with the results. It actually reasons about every single source, and then it thinks about what other information it needs to find out next, and it's really incredibly powerful. Deep research doesn't just output the most average thing on the internet just like some other standard GPT models. It would compile novel insights. Now, let's move on to the real world applications. There are a wide variety of real world applications. First one is customer support AI agents, which helps you in automating help desk responses. Next, powerful AI assistants like copilots for professionals. Third one is research and analysis agents for data summarization, literature reviews, and many more. Fourth one is creative writing and content generation, automating social media posts, emails, etc. And lastly, AI-driven code assistants like GitHub Copilot, OpenAI Codex, and many more. Now, let's go through the next part, which is core components of these generative AI agents. Let's begin with the foundation models. So the foundation models are GPT-4, Dolly, and Whisper. GPT-4 for natural language processing, Dolly for image generation, and Whisper for speech to text conversion. The next one would be prompt engineering and context handling. So here, designing effective prompts for AI agents to generate relevant responses using few shot and zero shot learning for adaptability, and lastly, implementing context-aware AI agents that remember past interactions from the user. Now, next would be the memory and long-term context storage. AI agents typically process short-term prompts, but memory-based approaches, for example, LangChain's memory module, enable long-term reasoning as well. Now, storing and retrieving user-specific data for personal responses is also one of the priority. Next will be the tool use and API integrations. Using external API to fetch real-time data, for example, weather, stock prices, news, etc., and integrating databases for structured information retrieval. And proceeding further, we have autonomous decision making. AI agents evaluate multiple options before making a decision. Planning and reasoning techniques to enhance responses is a priority for them. Proceeding ahead, we will discuss how generative AI agents work. Starting with the first step, input processing and context awareness. AI agents analyze user input, detect intent, and extract entities. For example, in a travel booking AI agent, it identifies destination, date, and budget from user queries. Just like the example we discussed before, right? You provide the point A and point B, the best time for you to fly, and the best number of hours that you focus on flying, and lastly, the destination, right? All these things will be evaluated in real time. The cost, the number of hours, the flight, the options provided, the amenities provided on the flight, and all those things, and also budget as well. And based on that, they take a decision. Now, proceeding ahead, generating intelligent responses. So, here, RAG, or also known as Retrieval Augmented Generation. AI searches external databases for responding. Next, we have chain of thoughts reasoning, or also known as COT reasoning, and AI breaks down problems into fine steps. And last step is fine tuning the models, custom trained AI for specific industries. For example, if you're preparing an AI agent for a dedicated sector like healthcare, legal, customer support, based on that, you will fine tune your AI agent or model. Now, next is decision trees and multi-step reasoning. AI can simulate a thought process, breaking down complex questions into manageable steps. For example, whenever you open DeepSeek or whenever you open OpenAI ChatGPT for the most premium version, you will write a prompt and there will be an option called Think, right? If you just click on that, it will explain you the thought process it is going through and how is it planning on giving a reason for you, right? And followed by that, we have handling uncertainty and error correction. AI self corrects through confidence scoring and human feedback loops. Last step in this particular stage is fine tuning and reinforcement learning, or also known as RLHF. Human in the loop training to improve responses, and AI learns from real world interactions and adapts over time. So it's basically called overtime learning, where it adapts to the real world environment and learns things and provides the best feasible solution. Now, the next stage is architecture and deployment of AI agents. So, in the first one, we have standalone versus multi agent systems. So, firstly, the standalone AI agents. They perform tasks independently. For example, ChatGPT. Multi agent systems, on the other hand, work together to achieve complex tasks. For example, one agent for summarization, another for execution. Now, next in this particular stage is agent orchestrator model. A central AI agent coordinates multiple AI sub agents. For example, in an AI powered research assistant, one agent gathers all the data that is required, the second agent summarizes all the information collected, and the third agent formats the output. Followed by that, we have cloud based AI agents and edge based AI agents. Cloud based AI agents compute, for example, OpenAI API, Azure AI, and edge based AI agents run on local devices for faster processing, for example, Tesla's AI in self driving cars. Followed by that, we have using APIs to build AI agents. OpenAI's API for GPT-4, powered by AI agents, LangChain framework for AI agent orchestration, and Llama Index for document-based AI agents. The next stage, we will discuss about enhancing AI agents with external tools. In that, the first step is integrating with databases. AI agents can query SQL and non-SQL query databases for structured data retrieval. Proceeding ahead, we have connecting with web scrapers and APIs. AI agents can fetch real-time data using tools like Beautiful Soup, Scrappy, and OpenAI plugins. Next ahead, using vector databases for context recall. FAISS ChromaDB store long-term memory for AI agents. For example, legal AI agents retrieve case law from vector embeddings. Lastly, we have autonomous agents and workflows. AutoGPT and Baby AGI are best examples. These AI agents that self-improve by learning from previous tasks, and True AI, which is a set of multiple AI agents collaborating to solve a complex problem. Now, the main part, challenges and limitations of generative AI agents. In that, the first one will be the ethical considerations. AI bias and fairness concerns are the primary ones. Addressing AI hallucinations, which is false information generation, and then we have computational cost and efficiency, which is a major concern amongst all the industries. Large AI models require significant computational power. Strategies to optimize AI agent efficiency will also considered to be expensive to hire many training models or also human programmers. Followed by that, we have security risks and data privacy. Risk of data leaks or data breaches and AI jailbreaking is one of the highest security threat. Implementing secure AI architecture is one of the primary solutions that you need to focus on. And lastly, we have legal and compliance issues. This would majorly be concerned from the enterprise level. GDPR, HIPAA, and AI regulations compliance is mandatory, and AI liability in decision making is also important. And now, the last stage of today's discussion, which is future trends and advancements in AI agents. Starting with the first one, AI agents with emotional intelligence are also known as affective AI. AI is capable of detecting emotions and adapting responses accordingly. For example, if you have designed a therapeutic AI chatbot for mental health. Now, the next one, self-improving AI systems. So meta learning and auto ML are a few examples. AI agents that learn from new data autonomously, for example, AI adjusting marketing campaigns based on customer responses. And now the next one, AGI and roadmap to superintelligence. Well, this always ends up with question. Will AI agents evolve into AGI, or also known as artificial general intelligence? And are the implications of self-learning AI real? This is the major question. And lastly, the role of AI agents in the future of work. Now we can see there are a lot of AI agents like Copilot, which will assist humans in their day-to-day tasks, whether it is business, healthcare, or education. And also, you have a lot of automation and transformation happening in the IT industry, which will reduce the work hours and stress on the employees by automating all those mundane tasks by the help of Copilots, also the generative AI agents. And that calls for the end of this session on OpenAI Gen AI agents. If you have any queries regarding any of the topics covered in this session, or if you require the assistance on PPT or any of the resources that we have used in this session, then please feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and our team of experts will be happy to assist you at the earliest. Until next time, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more from SimplyLearn.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the SimplyLearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.